Hi everyone, this is Elena and today I have another card for you. It's a part of the Skipping Stones design technique block hop, and I will be using the Heart Song 2 stamp set from Skipping Stones Designs along with my MISTI tool, some micro pour tape, sponge daubers, and some ink pads. I will show you my tip or techniques for today is multicolor stamping using the MISTI tool and as well embossing on top of it. So let's get started. I'm positioning my cardstock into my stamp positioner MISTI, and then I'm positioning my stamp where I want it to be. I'll be die cutting this panel at the end, so it doesn't really matter if it's straight or not, but I just want to make it straight so it's easier to die cut it later. So I'm positioning it there and picking it up with the door of the MISTI. I need to clean my stamp because I'll be using some lighter inks. I've used it previously with black ink, so I just want to make sure that everything is clean and ready to go. So I'm using some caliper key ink pads in cubes actually. So I'll start with the brown one, and I'll be using it to ink up the legs of the bird. So you don't need to be precisely towards like where the legs end, because we're gonna use that micro pour tape to mask that area. So I'm just wiping it a little bit with my finger and then just masking it up with some micro pour tape so we don't stamp that part. So then I'll just close the lid of the MISTI and stamp the legs, and then I'll go one more time. There's some parts that didn't get completely stamped, so I'm repeating that process. So this is another great technique to use with the MISTI, because it doesn't matter if you stamp correctly or not. So next I'll be going with the blue ink, the lighter blue, and I'm inking the bottom half of the body of the bird, and then it got a little bit at on the legs, so I'll just mask that, and then with the sponge dauber where it's like that middle of the bird, I'm kind of picking up some of the ink so we don't have a very sharp line when we stamp. So I'm stamping that, and you see that the top of the bird is lighter where I picked up the color with the sponge dauber. Actually, first I went with the darker color and now I'm going with the lighter color. And I'm inking the top of the bird, and then I'll go again with the sponge dauber, kind of blend that ink so I don't have a sharp line. And then because I didn't ink the legs of the birds, I'm not masking those up. So you can see that we have one stamp and three different colors on it, and then we have two that are blending each other. So next I'll keep my paper, my cardstock there, and I'll use Versamark ink to stamp over the bird, and then I'll emboss it with clear embossing powder. So this is another tip or technique that you can do with the MISTI tool. And you don't need any multiple colors of embossing powder. You can just stamp over your colored ink and then emboss it with clear embossing powder. So there's my bird. Next I'll put it back in my MISTI tool, and I'll pick a sentiment. I picked out Happy Birthday to You, and I'll line that up using the acetate grid paper, grid print, and I'll be using the brown ink to stamp that. So I'll repeat it because I want it a little bit darker. And then I used some dies and embossing powder to die cut and to emboss my layers. I'm using Aqua Mist cardstock from Paper Tray Ink and a white card base. So I'll layer all those together, and then I'll finish it up with some rhinestones that match the cardstock and the color of inks. So that's my tip or techniques for today. Thanks for watching, and check back soon for another video from me. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you're updated what's going on. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye.